The recent acts of violence against a woman in the city have sparked strong emotions locally and beyond. Anger is widespread, with many believing the authorities mishandled the situation, lacking the needed sensitivity. This disappointment is intensified by the belief that the local establishment fell short of public expectations. The frustration grows as several female leaders, known for their bold and fiery leadership styles, have not delivered the empathetic response people hoped for. This outcry, echoing across the nation and likely beyond our borders, is justified. In a democracy, it's our right and duty to voice our discontent when those in power fail to meet our standards, especially concerning the welfare and dignity of women. In discussions, both personal and online, much anger has been directed at the local establishment. However, not all criticism stems from genuine concern for women's welfare. Some amplify their denunciations, yet their daily actions tell a different story. This disparity highlights a larger issue. While it is essential to hold leaders accountable, we must also examine our own behaviors towards the women in our lives. It's easy to direct anger at the establishment. But what about our daily interactions with women? Do we show the same sensitivity to those essential in our lives? Consider our wives, who juggle multiple roles without any complaint. How often do we acknowledge their efforts? Or do we take them for granted, seeing their contributions as mere duty? What about our daughters? We bring them into the world with dreams for their bright future. But are we doing enough to support those dreams? Are we helping them grow and blossom into the individuals they are meant to be? And our mothers, these women shaped our characters and taught us values that guide us even today. As we grow older and busier, do we remember to honor their contributions? Do we take time to connect, acknowledging their endless love and support? As they age, they need our care and attention as much as we once needed theirs. Moreover, many men respected within their circles change their behavior towards women when away from family. Some give inappropriate stares, some make lewd comments, or engage in unacceptable physical contact when in a crowd. This double standard reveals a disturbing issue where respect for women vanishes when familiar faces are not present. In the corporate world, this disparity is even more evident. Bosses often favor male team members for top projects, overlooking a more talented female colleague. More troubling is when some misuse their power position, making unwanted advances towards female co-workers. Such actions not only hinder women's professional growth, but also violate their dignity and safety. Then there are women who support us at home and work, household helpers, female colleagues, store assistants. Do we treat them with respect, or do we criticize them harshly for even a small error? As men, we often forget to see situations from women's perspectives. In our rush to assert control, we may unintentionally harm someone emotionally. It's crucial to recognize the impact of our words and actions on women and strive to be more understanding, supportive, and appreciative. The outrage over the unfortunate incident reminds us that sensitivity towards women should not be limited to public protests. It should be a consistent practice in our daily lives. By showing respect and empathy to women regularly, we can build a more just society where every woman's dignity is upheld, both in public and private spheres. I would like to end this article with a story that deeply touched me. A few years ago in New Delhi, a young woman found herself in a distressing situation late at night. Her car broke down on a deserted road. Alone and anxious, she feared the worst when a delivery man on a motorcycle approached. Sensing her unease, he moved on, but then soon returned. He assured her she had nothing to fear and promised to keep watch until help arrived. She eventually fell asleep inside the car. And hours later, she woke to find him still there vigilant. His kindness turned a stranger into her guardian angel, protecting her through the night until morning brought safety. This story reminds us that amid darkness, there are still those who choose to be the light, protecting others in a world that often feels unsafe.